A man does something, it's strategic. A woman does the same thing, it's calculated. A man is allowed to react, a woman can only overreact.
I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time.
Taylor Swift just dropped a bombshell, you all. She's officially Team Kamala, and it's her biggest political move yet. The pop princess didn't just endorse Harris. She went all in, praising her leadership skills and vision for America. But guess what? Not everyone's thrilled about Taylor's choice. Some folks are fuming and the drama's just getting started. Why is this such a big deal? Well, Tay's not just any celeb. She's got a whopping 280 million Instagram followers and a fan base that would follow her to the moon and back. When she speaks, people listen and vote. But here's the juicy part. Taylor's not just picking sides. She's got a bone to pick with someone, and it's about to get messy. Remember those weird pics of Taylor backing Trump? Well, she's not having it. The pop queen just dropped a truth bomb that's got everyone talking.
Knew that, first of all, the Trump campaign tends to lie very publicly and is very used to just putting up imagery that is completely untrue.
Turns out, Taylor's not just shaking off haters in her songs anymore. She's taking on the big bad world of politics, and she's not pulling any punches. The Shake It Off singer is seriously ticked off about some AI-generated images that made it look like she was Team Trump. Can you believe it? Someone tried to make Taylor Swift, queen of the breakup anthem, look like she was cozying up to Trump. But Taylor's not about to let anyone put words in her mouth, especially not a computer. She fired back, saying, "Recently I was made aware that AI often falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to his site." Swift wrote, "It really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers of spreading misinformation." Taylor's words hit hard, but Trump's not one to back down. His response? It's coming, and it's not pretty. Now you might be thinking, why is Taylor getting so political all of a sudden? Well, she's been in the game for a while now. Remember when she got thousands of people to register to vote with just one Instagram post? Yeah, that's the kind of power we're talking about. And let's not forget, Taylor's got a fan base that would follow her to the ends of the earth. But here's where it gets really juicy. Taylor's not just picking sides in this election. Taylor's not just singing about red lips and Starbucks lovers anymore. She's using her voice to call out what she sees as dangerous tactics in politics. And with her massive influence, you better believe people are paying attention. What's worse is that she has outrightly laid down her support for Kamala Harris, saying, "She fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them."
She's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it in the marketplace.
I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. But guess what? Trump's not shaking off Taylor's comments anytime soon. He's hit back hard, and it's not pretty. Is the former president actually threatening America's sweetheart? The former president went on a full-blown rant, and it's got everyone talking. He's not just mad about her music choices, he's taking aim at her whole career. So what's got Trump all riled up? Well, it turns out he's not exactly a Swiftie. In fact, he straight up said he's not a fan of Taylor. Ouch. But that's not even the juiciest part. Trump's actually predicting that Taylor's going to pay a price in the marketplace. Is he for real? Is the man who used to run the country now trying to tank Taylor's career? But hold up, there's more. Trump's not just dissing Taylor, he's playing favorites. Guess who he's singing praises for instead? Brittany Mahomes. Yep, you heard that right. Trump's all about Team Mahomes, saying, "I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better."
Just lashing out because he is physically incapable of not fighting back when his ego feels bruised.
If you want to know the truth, she's a big Trump fan. And just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder, Trump dropped a bomb on his Truth Social account. He wrote in all caps, "I hate Taylor Swift too." Whoa, tell us how you really feel, Mr. Trump. Can you imagine the shockwaves this is sending through?
So what he wants us talking about is whatever crazy nonsense he can thrust into the center of the internet and the media conversation.
Both Trump's base and Taylor's army of Swifties. But here's the thing. Trump's not just mad about Taylor's music or her personal choices. He's got his eyes on the bigger picture. It's all part of his reaction to Taylor endorsing Kamala Harris. It looks like Trump's worried that Taylor's political power might be a threat to his own game. And get this, Trump's campaign is getting creative with their comeback.
So what he wants us talking about is whatever crazy nonsense he can thrust into the center of the internet and the media.
They're selling merchandise that looks just like Taylor's Eras Tour stuff. But here's where it gets really interesting. Trump's not just dissing Taylor for fun. He's got a whole strategy going on. He's trying to brush off celebrity endorsements that don't go his way. It's like he's saying, yeah, Taylor Swift might be popular, but she can't sway voters. But is he right? Or is he just trying to save face? The big question is, how's this going to play out? Taylor's got millions of fans who hang on her every word. And Trump?
Sure, she gives a rat's tail about potentially losing some fans because that hasn't happened before and she's endorsed before, but we will see what happens.
Well, he's got his own army of supporters who'd follow him anywhere. Speaking of armies, Taylor's fans aren't just singing along anymore. They're clicking, registering, and gearing up for something big. What if I told you a single post from Taylor caused a voter registration explosion? The numbers are in, and they're mind-blowing. Get this. After Taylor's Instagram post endorsing Kamala Harris, a whopping 406,000 people clicked on her link to register to vote in just 24 hours. That's not just a spike, it's a full-on tidal wave of civic engagement, and it's not the first time Taylor's worked her magic on the voting scene. Remember back in September 2023? Taylor dropped another post about registering to vote and boom. Registration shot up by 23% compared to the year.
No, do you think Taylor Swift stepping in and doing this is going to move votes, is going to make a difference?
Sure, 100%.
Now you might be thinking, okay, but does clicking a link really translate to actual votes? Well, political experts are taking notice, and they're saying Taylor's influence could be a game changer, especially when it comes to young voters. But here's where it gets really interesting. Taylor's not just popular with everyone. A poll from October 2023 showed that 55% of voters overall had a good opinion of her. But when you break it down, 68% of Democrats are Team Taylor, while only 43% of Republicans are feeling the Swift love. So what does all this mean for the upcoming election? Well, some folks are saying Taylor's endorsement could seriously shake things up, especially when it comes to getting young people to the polls. Remember the 2020 election? Taylor's support for Biden was credited with mobilizing a bunch of younger voters. But hold up, not everyone's convinced. Some experts are saying that while Taylor's endorsement is definitely grabbing headlines, it might not be enough to guarantee a big shift in voting behavior. Why? Because young voters historically have lower turnout rates. Still, you can bet both sides of the political aisle are watching Taylor's every move. Her ability to mobilize her fans could be a total game changer in the election landscape. I mean, with 280 million Instagram followers, she's basically got her own country of Swifties. Okay, so this Taylor Swift and Donald Trump drama? It's way more than just celeb gossip, folks. We're talking about a full-on culture clash here. Taylor's all about progressive values and getting young people to vote, while Trump's sticking to his conservative guns. It's like two totally different visions for America going head-to-head. And get this, Taylor's not just singing pop songs anymore. She's become this mega influencer in politics, and it's freaking some people out. With her army of Swifties ready to vote, she could seriously shake things up in the next election. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Taylor really changing the game? Or is Trump right to brush her off? And what does all this celebrity drama mean for how we pick our leaders? What do you think? Is Taylor Swift a political powerhouse? Or is Trump onto something? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more updates on Taylor Swift and her political views, keep watching.